Hi, and welcome to the 2021-2022 school year with Challenge Science. My name is Mr. Parcia. A little bit about me. I've been teaching Challenge Science for 7 or 8 years now since the course started, and it's a really fun class. I'm really excited to get started. As you're already aware from the last video, in the spring, we cover lots of chemistry, lots of physics, and for those kids that work hard and buy into the program, it's proven very beneficial, not only in 8th grade, but also beyond. So in order to get started, I just wanted to provide a little bit of clarity and a little bit of an introduction to make sure that you guys are ready for the first week of school, okay? So I'm gonna screen share. So in your email you just received, you got 2 attachments. So I'm gonna share with you the Welcome to Challenge Science letter first, okay? So I'm gonna hit share screen, click on here. All right, so here's a little introduction up top. School supplies, let me start there. 3-ring binder can be shared. Pencils, pens, obviously. Need highlighters. Okay, 8 spiral notebooks. We take lots of notes in class. I will teach you how to take notes. I will teach you how to rewrite notes as a good study tool. I will also teach you how to make a table of contents in your notebook to make sure your notebook is a really good study tool, because a lot of our exams are based off of our notes. Okay, so you're going to learn all that. And again, these are really good skills to get you ready for high school. So you're going to need 8 notebooks, and that'll help us throughout the whole year. And again, cost effective. The ones that are like a quarter, I guess they're 10 cents, quarter at Staples, like the cheap kind are fine. And scientific calculator. Okay, so those are school supplies. You will need those for the first day of school. That's all I ask. Okay, and our textbook will be PDF based, and we use the textbooks a little bit, but mostly, we use what we the notebooks in class. So there's no heavy textbook to carry. I'm not asking for much. And again, you don't have to bring all 8 notebooks the first day. 1 or 2 notebooks the first day is all you need. You can keep the remaining 6 at home. Again, the less you carry around school, the better. Okay. All right. So the next part, what do you need to do before the first day of school? Well, I'll show you in a second the other attachment, which is the Challenge Science introduction packet. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is print out the packet. Okay, and that is the other attachment. So let me make sure I can share this correctly. So I will share with you the Challenge Science packet. Okay. So here's the Challenge Science packet. Okay. And it is 25 pages. Now listen, I'm sorry you have to print this out, but it needs to be printed out at home. I know toner and ink can cost quite a bit, but I promise you it's the only pack you'll print out all year. I have all your other packets. In fact, I'll give all your packets through December, the first day of school, so you can take them home and leave them home. So you don't have to print anything else, okay? But I do need you to print out this packet. And I'm going to scroll down to page 8 and 9, because that's going to be your first assignment. So we're just going to take a look at 8 and 9. Okay, so on page 8, it says here, Parcia on Demand, dimensional analysis. Okay, so when I go back to this letter, it says here, print out the packet, you watch the videos. So you click on this video right here. And I'm going to ensure that the video can be seen. Of course, there's a commercial in my video here. This will take you to the Challenge Physical Science dimensional analysis. So you'll see me here teaching a lesson. I'll mute it. Internet's kind of slow here right now. You'll see me teaching a lesson. You are to watch this lesson in its entirety, right? And while doing that, you are expected to complete pages 8 and 9, okay? All right, so you'll complete 8 and 9 as you watch the video. Now, then you'll go on to look down here, see where it says required pages. These are the pages that must be done. So 3, 5, 6, 7, more so scientific notation. You guys should already know that. 8 and 9 is required. It goes with that dimensional analysis video. You complete those. Now, what's up with 10 and 12? Well, 10 and 12 are going to be more dimensional analysis problems. Here's 10, and here is 12. Okay? So 10 and 12 will be more dimensional analysis. So already we've gone through 3, 5, 6, 7, which is scientific notation. There's no video for that. You guys should know how to do that. 8 and 9, you watch the video completed. Work on 10 and 12. Once you're done that, you click on the next video. This is counting atoms in a formula, okay? And when you count atoms, when you watch the video, you are to complete. You'll notice the format. Page 14, you'll see all these chemical formulas, but I teach you how to do these on the video, and you'll click on that link. You'll complete page 14. I have it leveled, like this is level 1, level 2. It's all goes with the video, okay? Very understandable, okay? So you'll complete page 14, right? And if I go back to the letter, right? With that being said, you'll then get more practice on counting atoms for pages 15 and 16. Okay, and we'll take a look at 15 and 16. Here's 15, and I even show you examples on how I want them done, the format. Here's 16 right there, so 15 and 16. Again, I've shown examples of how I want it done right here. How many hydrogens, how many sulfurs, how many oxygens, all right? And if you're ever unsure here, go back to the video, all right? Okay, so now, we're now here. There's a little bit more optional practice. We'll talk about optional homework in a minute. All right, balancing equations. Okay, now let's go back to the page. So now we're at 18 and 19. You click on the balancing equations video. I teach you how to do it, okay? And then you complete, while you're watching that video, you are to complete pages 18 and 19. And I'm going to say this, I want the work done exactly as it's shown in the video. I want you to list everything out underneath. Now, in the spring, many of you you'll be able to do these in your head, right? But for now, I want you to label it and show the work just like I do on the video. Everything I do on the video, you must do it exactly the way I show it, okay? You must do it the same exact way. So you'll complete pages 18 and 19, right? And then you have pages 20, 21, and 23. I'll show you those pages. Here's 20. And it kind of sets it up where it kind of shows you how to do the work, right? Numbers go in there. 21, you're gonna have to list it on your own. And then there's some extra stuff there. I'll talk about that in a minute. And there's 23. All right. So now, before I get into that, those are the pages that are required to be completed. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. Those must be done, must be accurate for the first day of school. Okay. Now, so what will happen on the first day of school? We'll go through some of the pages. I'll review. Second day of school, I'll do the same thing. We'll review a lot, make sure we're all on the same page. Now, real quick, before I get to the Quizlet thing here, what about 4, 11, 13, 17, 22, 24? Those are optional. Okay, well, what does optional mean? Well, it's extra practice. Do you want to get an A on the first exam on that first Wednesday? Do you want to have a good shot at getting an A? Well, what I would do is I would keep these pages, put them aside, do all these really well first, and then maybe the week before school, do some of this closer to the exam for practice, so you have new practice that you can work with. Because again, optional doesn't mean you have to do it, but if you want to do well, you're gonna want to do it. And that's something, we're going to talk a lot about throughout the year. Like in high school, a lot of teachers, you don't have to do the homework, it's optional. Well, you have a choice to make. Every time there's a choice, there's an outcome, right? Good outcome or bad outcome. So what I've learned through the years is do what's required, make sure you know what you're doing, do it well. Save the optional work closer to when the tests occur as extra practice, or like a practice quiz, practice whatever, right? To make sure you know the material well. So in honors and AP in high school, optional usually means you might want to do it if you want to do well. Because again, I'm going to say this all year. Good choices, right, lead to good outcomes, right? That's what we want to look at here. Good choices, self-discipline, good outcomes, all right? So that's what's due in the packet. Now, and real quick, before I come back to the elements and symbols, there is a test on September 1st. And notice the topics: dimensional analysis, scientific notation, counting atoms, balancing equations. Okay, all of those. And I will also add to that elements and symbols, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So this is all the packet. Now, last thing you need to do, you have to memorize 71 element symbols and names. Okay, so which ones you have to memorize? You click on the Quizlet link. So I'm going to allow this, and I'm going to stop sharing for a minute, make sure I can screen share this with you. Okay. All right, so you have the flashcards here. There's 71 of them. All you got to do is this. So on your test, on that Wednesday, I'm going to put only about 20. Okay, I'm only going to put 20 of the 71. So you have to know them all. So I'll either give you the symbol, and then you have to give me the name spelled correctly, or I give you the name, you have to give me the symbol. And it's literally a page I take. I actually create the quiz right off of here. Okay, I actually create a test off of here. So let me see if I can do this for you guys. Click on test, and you can make one on your own to see how you do. So literally, I'll go to options. I'll do, oh, what is it? Not true, false, not multiple choice. I'll do written. I'll pick 20 questions, so it'll randomly do it. And you can answer with either, you want to click on term and definition, if I remember correctly. I'm going to create a test. Let's see. Okay, good. So look, of the 71, look what happens. Capital C, lowercase o, you would write cobalt, C-O-B-A-L-T. Okay, so you will do the opposite. That, and I will print this out and add this to your test. Now, not this exact one because it randomly generates it, but that's what it's going to look like, a mixture. You have to spell it right and make sure it's upper lowercase if it's 2 letters. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So overall, let me reshare. So when you have all this work done, your exam on Wednesday, September 1st, it will be dimensional analysis, scientific notation, counting atoms and balancing equations, and 20 element symbols. Okay, so that'll be on Wednesday. Also that Wednesday, I'm going to collect your packet. And so let's take a look up here. So I'm going to pick any two of the required pages, any two, and I'll grade them for accuracy. And your grade will be determined on accuracy for that out of 20 points. Okay, so in the first week of school, you've got an exam and you've got a homework accuracy check. All right, so again, let me reiterate. Let me stop sharing for a minute. So what you can do now is read the email, take a deep breath. It's all going to be good. We do this every year. Okay, it was a little bit different last year, but every year we do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like a lot. For you right now, it is, and I understand that. But a lot of what we do now, if we can do some work now, and you're going to be surprised how helpful the videos are, how really this is not that hard. It's pretty simple. These are skills that if we can do these now, right? If we know how to do this stuff now, it will allow you to learn so much. Okay. So again, look at the school supply list, start getting the supplies. Do you need to do all the work right now today? No. Knock out a little bit, maybe work on each skill like dimensional analysis first, take a couple days, do that. And then maybe study 5 or 10 of the elements and symbols. Break it up. A couple days after that, do the counting atoms. Actually, they're kind of easy. Again, day or two on that, get it done. Then work on balancing equations. You have about a month, right? It's very simple to break down. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to encourage you to practice time management, getting things done in a reasonable amount of time, right? Understanding what's required, what's optional, right? How to use Quizlet. So already I want to try to instill some good habits, right? Before we enter class on that Monday, the first day. And again, I'm going to tell you that first day, Monday, we're not going to sit around and, introduce you guys. You're going to sit. Hello. I start going over whatever you want me to review. All right. Because I want to start strong. Okay. Because we're going to start strong. We're going to finish strong in June. I guarantee you that. Okay. All right. So That's what's expected. So again, print out the packet, slowly start to do the work, use the videos. Get the school supplies, okay? Break it down a little bit each day. It's more than doable. You guys can do it. All right, so that's the first thing. Second thing, and this is really important. One thing I'm going to do different this year, and I want everybody to watch this, parents, everybody. It's been a hard, I guess, year and a half where, for you guys, 7th grade was a lot different, than most normal years. We had a lot of times where kids were at home, kids were virtual, we were hybrid, tests were, open note. It was difficult. It was difficult for us here in 8th grade. And I know those kids last year that I had did a great job, but it was a lot different. And so I know it's a lot to ask, coming into this school year from having a different environment for the last year and a half. So here's what we're going to do in the first marking period. Okay. Usually that first test in a normal year, it's 70, 80 points, right? And those tests are 70% of your grade. And they have a big impact on your first marking period grade. So I want to allow you to acclimate yourself a little bit for just the first marking period. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tests and the homework in the same category. So it's not going to be 70% test, 30% homework, one category under 70%, but it'll equal out to 100. And I'm going to lower the point value of the test a little bit. And I'm going to raise the homework a little bit to allow kids to still get practice at studying and getting ready for tests in a rigorous environment. But if I make the test worth a little bit less, right, it allows you guys, and also to make the homework a little more, the grade you can control. It allows kids to learn that self-discipline, get that rigor, but yet if they know the test isn't worth as much, if you have difficulty acclimating, it allows you a little wiggle room to improve on the next test. Okay, so again, the first marking period is going to be difficult, no doubt, because it's been a year and a half, and I'm going to give you the test on that Wednesday, and you're going to get a lot of homework. But to acclimate you, right, I want you to get off to a good start with good habits. That's why I'm still being rigorous. I cannot not give tests. I'm not doing open note. I'm not doing any of that. That's bad habits off the bat. So you're going to get the same rigor, but I'm going to reduce the test points and increase the homework points a little bit to kind of give you that little boost, I hope, right? To get off to a good start to acclimate. And then second marking period, it's going to be 70% tests, 30% homework. Tests have a bigger value and everything else. So what I want to encourage is hard work, self-discipline, rigor. But again, I'm sensitive to the fact that kids haven't had normal school in a year and a half. I'm going to reduce the test point value, right, in the overall grade to keep the rigor, right, yet allow growth and allow acclimation back to the school environment. Okay, so again, that's that. If you have any questions, reply to my email. Again, I hope everybody in Challenge Science gets this email. I have the list of Challenge Science. Everybody's going to get an email, but if for some reason you know of someone that's in Challenge Science that didn't get it, please have them email me immediately. Okay. Again, I look forward to working with everybody. Any questions, shoot me an email, and that's it. All right. We'll see you soon. Have a great rest of the summer. Good luck and work hard, but spread it out. Manage your time. All right. Good luck.